So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So we're very much on the way now. Well, Edmilson's selection has certainly attracted some scrutiny, but the man himself looks, as ever, Jim, utterly unfazed.
Yeah, I like him because he's got a certain elegance about him, Peter. We all know Brazilian players love the idea of getting forward, and he's probably one of the better defensive players on the ball.
So no gung-ho heroics?
No chance.
Picked out brilliantly. Seedorf is onto this. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Can he get on the end of this? Van der Sar gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Maldini. Lampard. Terrific effort, just off target.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but you can praise the drive and the application. It was beautifully hit.
That is ended up in no man's land. And it's Dembele. Xabi Alonso wants to run onto this. Oh, shooting chance! Quarter of an hour played.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Nicely worked. And he's drive! Oh, it's a foul. It could be a penalty. Tigres have themselves a chance from the spot. So this the chance to fire his team in front. And Iker Casillas somehow saves it. Oh, important interception. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Steaming on goalwards. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Cross to the back post. Casillas claims it without any fuss. Oh, nicely intercepted. Maldini has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. He has found the Cruyff! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Tigres really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Tigres with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he's picked it up out wide. Maldini gets a foot in and wins the ball. Some good work on the right flank here. That's a nicely shaped ball. Not the most accurate pass. Beckenbauer makes the interception. Marcelo. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Hangs in a cross. And has cut it out.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department. Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
And it's Cruyff. Vermaelen did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now that's well seen too. Now he's got space here. Vermaelen calmly anticipates.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Guadalajara couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. And this is Ronaldo. Cruyff. And the shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball.
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Oh, that's fabulous. Seedorf carries the ball down the right. That's the throw. Cross into the box. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And here's Cruyff. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. It's a sharp pass.
This is the time you need that pace.
Dembele on a strong run here. And the shot! And he's done it!
And for such a big name in your side to register very close to the break, not only creates a real buzz in your dressing room during the break, but dispirits the opposition too, and sets up a decent chance to go on and finish this game to their liking now.
And the trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Se va a realizar un cambio.
Tigres choosing to make the first change. You felt it was coming. 1-0.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
Hazard. Robson. Rui Costa. Cruyff concedes a free kick for that. And no surprise, that's a booking. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. That's the end of the first 45. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Tigres go in at half-time with a game to chase.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. So, into the second half.
Tigres really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too...
Can he finish? And that's a good finish. They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Well, how's that for a class finish? And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So they have it all to do again.
This is exact...
It's Zico! And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Tigres have their second corner now. Tigres could try it again now. So, third corner of the game. Xavi Alonso. Guadalajara have the chance to go the other way.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Cristiano Ronaldo. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And he is going into that little black book. So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Número 7. Número 10.
Just lacking in accuracy.
Entran número 11. Número 5.
That is good strength.
Número 21. Cambio.
They want to be quick to recover this. Hazard! Again, a brilliant save. Maldini.
Tigres have clearly reached a level of comfort in this half. Why not use the impetus to plough on?
Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. That is good alertness. Now it's Hullet. Knocks it into space. Opts for safety. Azar, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Is there any... It's Pele! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
So their fourth corner of the game. Towering header! Oh, split-second reaction.
Hazard really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
It's a pretty loose pass. And here's Mbappe, Messi, and he's managed to get free. Plenty to aim at here. Nice control. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Messi, not one to pass up the chance to run up the defence. He loves those duels.
Well, you can't grumble when a player at least tries to make something happen.
Messi. Now it's Pelé. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
Beckenbauer. Oh, that's a key interception. He shifted it to the flank. Oh, they can break here. Hazard making a dash for it. Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe! And how did he not put that away?
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
They're up to 5 corners now.
Tigres clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Well, there's the clearance. Engages and forces him off the ball. Pelé. Neither of these two want to come off second best. That's been slipped through. Oh, what a ball! And the shot! And no! He had to, and yet he could not. Now it's Vinicius Junior. That's a shade optimistic. That's really well cleared. And they're back on the ball again. Messi in acres of space out wide. He's gone for goal! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Messi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. It's make or break time now, and they're all headed for the penalty box.
Well read, and they shot a goal! Oh, he's done it! A game of margins, a game of thrills. This might just do it. Well, they've done the hard part, now to survive the last few minutes.
Well, what an end to the game, Peter. But now comes the overwhelming question: how long is there left, including stoppages?
The Marlin wins the duel this time. Vinicius Junior.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh, no joy this time. Play towards the front line. There will be 4 extra minutes. Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick. Some of them aren't happy with that challenge, and they're getting involved. Steady. The final whistle is imminent, but I do think he'll allow time for this free kick.
Well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
Pullet receives it in a good position here. Great chance! Pelé gets it away. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Tigres have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Zico taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. So a game of thrills and tiny margins, so many what-ifs and what might-have-beens, but eventually we have a winner.
Tigres really wanted this. I mean, look at those players now. Some are barely able to move. They squeezed every ounce of energy out of themselves to get this result, and congratulations to them.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Things are heating up very nicely here in Monterrey. The loyal followers of Tigres making a proper scene here. This place is not called El Volcán for nothing. So things are underway. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Zico carries the ball down the right. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Mohamed Salah running with intent. And he's had it nicked away. Kaka. Beckenbauer. And it's Kaka. Vieira. To Lahm. And they can counter here. Vinicius Junior. There he goes, motoring forward. Mohamed Salah. And it's Thuram. Played over towards the opposite flank.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Lahm. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
And it's Lahm. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Beckenbauer. Now that's well seen too. Mohamed Salah is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. Lahm. Ball's gone out of play. Well, it's more pressure than ball at the moment. He's got away. And it's Salah. Still goalless. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. That is a great pick out. Can he finish? Goal! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Gullit, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Kaka.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
Caught offside that time. Brazil are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, ball's over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Tigres with the corner, they're first. Gullit tries to clear. And now they can spring out of defence. And the through ball. That's tidy. Lahm has the space to scheme. Neymar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Vieira. Oh, he's having a go! A real chance and a real let-off.
Yeah, you can't blame him for trying, but that looked a little forced.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. No joy this time. Oh, good-looking ball. Ibrahimovic might just make this. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Varane deals with that comfortably. He won't be happy with that one. And smartly reclaimed. Tigres are looking to break at pace. Tries to play it through. Oh, he's got a side of shoots! Goal! And this is getting better and better. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
But Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there. But you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing team. It made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Tigres are now luxuriating. And the referee has blown for half-time.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
Tigres sitting pretty here. 2 goals putting them into the driving seat. The second period is on the way. And it's Lahm. Bullet. And Neymar. He's found the way through. And the pass is intercepted. Neymar. Neymar! Oh, he's hit the bar! Ambitious, but just off target.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
Ambitious ball here. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Can he spark a counter here? Lahm. Bullet. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Zico. Knocks it into space. Vieira. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Tigres in a very solid position, 2 to the good. And it's Lahm. Great vision. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Vinicius Junior currently being consciously targeted.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now.
He's going for goal! Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Cambio en Tigres. Número 7.
Tigres choosing to make the first change.
Número 8. Número 21.
He's had it taken off him.
Entran número 20. Número 17.
Now it's Mohamed Salah.
Número 11.
Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Tigres do have a chance to counter here. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, that's nice. Forced to go back. Just eases him off the ball. Messi. And it's Neymar. Mohamed Salah.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Beckenbauer. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Some good work on the right flank here. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And he's managed to get free. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And he's picked it up out wide. And there's the shot! Oh, it's hit the post. Lahm. So what can they make of this? Neymar going forward. He has found a way through. Cruyff going face-to-face with his great rival. Neymar. And that's another good win of the ball. It's a promising position. Lovely bit of skill. Oh, some astute defending there. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, such a clever touch. Salah. Oh, this is a terrific run. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Lahm. He's shifting through the gears here. Towering header! Another one of football's and how moments.
Oh, that miss could really prove costly. They don't want to be missing too many of those. That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Tigres have time on their side now, as well as a two-goal lead. It is just about done. Pepe. Vieira. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Pepe goes long. And it's Lahm. Can he get on the end of this? Lahm providing an outlet on that flank.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Cruyff. Not too much to add on here, just a minute. And this is Neymar. Cruyff. And the shot! Neymar. So that's it. It is all over. Tigres are walking off satisfied with their day's work. A result no less warranted, no less deserving of their efforts. A job done in a highly professional manner. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.